What's the deal, y'all? It's Jay Ship, aka Everyday Shooter here, back again. I got a treat for y'all, and as you can see here, it's no slouch. We got the AP5 from Century Arms. If you don't know what the AP5 is, it's a clone for one of the most iconic guns that you probably have ever seen or heard of. If you watch like any kind of action movies, any kind of horror movies, things like that, anything with guns in it, more than likely you saw this gun at one point or another throughout most of those movies. I don't know if it's maybe just an aesthetic thing or if it's just like me, it's something nostalgic, but it is the AP5 is a clone of what is called the MP5. It's another, basically a higher end version of this. It's produced by, I believe, HK. But yeah, this is an MP5, and this is the AP5 from Century Arms, the clone. So if you say that you have never seen this gun before or a gun like this gun before, you probably are lying or you just don't realize it. Because I'm telling you, this gun is everywhere in the movies. Here's 3 or 4 right here.
Everything's clear outside. You got 30 seconds max. Haul ass. All right, guys, be advised, you got 2 rovers on the balcony. I can't get a shot off.
See, I told you, was I lying? I knew you was gonna recognize it. So as you see here, it comes in this nice hard case from Century Arms. It's got this big decal on it. Man, it looks like some kind of a large, just unnecessarily large label sticker. It's got the model AP5 caliber 9mm. But you see, you got the hard case, nice big hard case with the decal on both sides. It's got 4 points that it closes on, so it's not gonna accidentally pop open. All right, y'all, so here we go. Just a quick glance. Here we go. It's got its chamber flag in it, comes with the chamber flag. Comes with 2 30-round magazines. It comes with, it's like a bore brush, or a bore snake rather. Comes with a Picatinny rail that you can put on the top if you decide to put a if you want to mount anything on there, like any kind of scope, red dot, anything like that, you can. This is a cleaning kit here. It also comes with a sling and of course the user manual. Okay, so it's pretty standard with everything it comes with. It does. Now I'm glad it does come with the 2 30-round magazines on there. I'm sure y'all want to see me pop it in there. As you can see, the chamber flag indicator lets you know that it is a clear weapon. Just stick that in there, pop this out, and here it is, the moment of truth. Something that if you've never done it, I'm guaranteeing it's something that'll change your life. All gun owners, they want to do the slap. If you don't know what the slap is, this is the slap. That's the slap. All right. All right, y'all, so as you know, this is from Century Arms, made in Turkey, imported here. As I mentioned before, it's got, comes with the magazine, 30-round magazine here. It's got 2 different ways that you can release the magazine. Of course, kind of like the AK, you got the little paddle on the bottom, but it also has the mag release button here on the side. Same thing, but 2 different ways to do it. I guess it's pick your poison, whichever one you like better. All right, like I showed you before, this is the charging handle here. Just slap it down and it goes forward and puts it into battery. It's also got the iron sights, adjustable iron sights. It's got a couple of different options for that. You got the sling mounts, both on I believe the left side of the gun. Got the one-sided safety selector, so it is not ambidextrous safety selector. You got safety and then fire. I want to see how hard or how heavy this trigger is, I'm sure, but you know what, I tell you what, I got something for that too. We're gonna find out exactly how heavy this trigger is, whether it's gonna be a hair trigger or it's gonna be it's gonna be a real heavy trigger. We'll see. It's also got a place here where that you can add a brace. One thing that I probably most likely will do next, matter of fact, I don't even know why I'm capping. It's on the way now. Got the brace coming for it. Otherwise, this is probably the last time you're gonna see it like this. So I just wanted to do a quick out the box video just to let y'all see what it comes with, what it looks like. So as I mentioned before, we're gonna do the trigger pull. This is what's called a trigger pull scale. It's not the top of the line, but it works. Hey, it works just as good as the other ones. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna test the weight of this trigger for the AP5. I have no idea what it is. It didn't seem like it was real heavy, but we're gonna find out for sure here in just a moment. All right, once again, we'll do the slap. And let's make sure this is set to 0. At 0 pounds right now, set at 0. All right, so that's about 6 pounds. Let's do it one more time because it snapped off there, but that's pretty heavy. So this time I'm just gonna pull it all the way across the trigger so we don't have it slip off and whatever. All right, we're at 0. Oh. I gotta cock it first. There we go, now it's in battery. Last time. It's about 6 pounds, so it's about a 6 pound, between 6 and 7 pounds on the 3 attempts that we did. So I'm gonna just go ahead and give it the benefit of the doubt, and we're gonna say it's a 6 pound trigger. All right, let's see the reset. So it's a pretty sturdy reset also. So it's about 6 pounds, six-ish pounds. Got a pretty heavy trigger on it. The reset is pretty substantial. Got a big wide face trigger. I don't know if you can see how big it is. It's a pretty big trigger. See this compared to my finger, it's a pretty. This was not a cheap pistol, but I guess compared to the HK MP5, you're looking at a probably maybe almost $3,000, $4,000 gun. Maybe more, depending if it's an auto, for sure, it's definitely more than that. But this one here is a semi-automatic clone version. It's gonna run you roughly around, after tax and everything out the door, it's gonna be about 2 racks. So be prepared for that. If you're not prepared for that, don't even put it in your wheelhouse. But I tell you what, y'all can live vicariously through me. I'm gonna go ahead and show you what you would be looking into, so you don't have to go spend that money if you don't, and then not like it. Maybe this will help you out a little bit. I don't know. One thing I want y'all to go ahead and do, make sure before we finish this, I want you to go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure that you keep doing that because it's definitely helping us get the numbers up with the channel. It helps promote.
What was I saying?
You were talking about yourself.
Where did I stop?
You did.
All right, y'all, so as I mentioned before, this is the MP5 clone. I'm gonna go over real quick, the specs on it, just so you can kind of get a general idea of how big it is. It is definitely heavier than I thought it was gonna be, but it's not too bad. It's really not too bad. I'm not a big guy, but anyway. Also, the full overall length of this from rooter to the tutor is about 17.9 inches. All right, that's without the brace on there, of course, obviously, without the brace. The barrel length, that's gonna be about 8.9 inches. All right, I tell you what we gonna do, instead of just shooting this and saying what we theoretically how it would be compared to an MP5, let's go shoot a real MP5. Let's do it.
go full auto. If you want to dump it, have at it. It's your show.
Think you can hold this for me?
Oh, I thought you could get your tripod on it.
No.
Drop the mag. Alright, just throw that downrange. Got it.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah. Cool. No problem.
Okay. Alright, so honestly, no comparison. It's a clone. That's the perfect word for it. Not replica, not knockoff. This is a clone. This is something similar that's a little more budget friendly for people who are not willing to or not able to go out and just spend $5,000 on a gun just because they want one that looks like this. You can go spend half of that, get this one here, trick it out how you want to. By the time you finish tricking it out, more than likely you're probably going to be somewhere around $2,500 at least. For this one, even for this one here. So you do the math. That's before you put on an optic. That's before you put on the brace, any kind of aesthetic changes, anything like that. You're probably looking at close to around 25, maybe even 3 racks for this. All right, so it ain't for the faint of heart. But if you ever get a chance to shoot one, definitely go out and shoot it. All right, y'all. And once again, I'm gonna do a little giveaway, a little prize giveaway. Again, we're gonna stick with like the last one I did. We're gonna say if you wanna enter yourself into the prize, you don't have to spend any money, you don't have to do any of that. What I need for you to do is just go hit the Instagram page. Go ahead and make sure that you follow. It's on TX Everyday Shooter. I'll put it right down there in case you didn't hear that. It's TX Everyday Shooter. Just go ahead and make sure that you follow the Instagram account and make sure that you comment on this video what it do. We're gonna put that again, just like the last time. All right. Once we get up to maybe I want to say 2,000 views on this, I'm gonna hit up 10 people. I'm gonna hit up 10 people and I'm gonna go ahead and send them out something. All right, a little everyday shooter swag. All right. So in conclusion, basically, from the question asked in the very beginning of the video, is it just as good or even comparable to the MP5? We're talking about the AP5 in case you haven't been watching the entire video, but we're talking about the AP5 from Century Arms, whether it's a knockoff or it's just a more budget-friendly option for the civilian. Okay, bottom line, no, it is not as good as the MP5. Just being honest, it's not as good as the MP5. There's only just a couple of differences that I noticed, at least from the short time that I had it. The handguard was a little bit sturdier and I guess better made from the HK perspective. This one obviously did not have, the AP5 obviously didn't have a brace or a stock on it. So MP5 won again as far as accuracy just because of that. Recoil on both was minimal. The triggers, I noticed there's a difference in the triggers. The trigger on the HK was, maybe it was just because it was a little more worn in or whatever, but it was definitely a lighter trigger on the HK than it was on the AP5. The AP5, as we mentioned before, had a 6-pound trigger. I'm not exactly sure about the MP5 because I didn't do the MP5 weight scale on the trigger. Obviously, the price points are about twice as much. One is twice as much as the other, basically. The HK is almost twice as much as the AP5, so AP5 wins in that aspect. Otherwise, it's an iconic gun. I mean, odds are you're not going to be going to war or anything. All right, so in a nutshell, MP5 wins. Obviously, it's a better built, more expensive, higher tier weapon. The AP5, however, is not a slouch. As I mentioned before, it is still a good gun. It's still a fun gun to shoot, at least from my experience thus far. Once again, I'm going to be remixing this one in textbook everyday shooter fashion. So this is the last time that you guys are going to see this AP5 like this. Tune in for the updated version coming soon. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to show you what to do. Peace.